Everyone, welcome back to a new post today. Let's continue with the most important topics that you need to keep track for October 7th and 8th. I think it's 8th and 9th, yeah. October 8th and 9th for the UPSC upcoming preliminary examination of 2025. So let's look at the most important issues that you need to keep track of. The very first is about South Africa filing a complaint against Israel at the International Court of Justice under the United Nations Convention on Genocide. So let me tell you, this is the first human rights treaty that was adopted by the United Nations in 1948, and this convention is called as the Convention on the Prevention and the Punishment of the Crimes of Genocide. It also defines genocide, and it is the first legal instrument to codify genocide as a crime, and was adopted in 9 December 1948. The convention came into force in 1951 and it has 153 state parties. The Genocide Convention is largely a response to the World War II crimes that seen atrocities like the Holocaust, and also it describes the legal definition of a genocide. It says genocide includes acts committed with the intent to destroy in whole or in part a national, ethnical, racial or a religious group, and we know that Israel is moving against the Hamas. These 5 acts include killing of the members of a group, causing them serious bodily or mental harm, imposing living conditions intended to destroy the group. Israel is stopping aid to this group. It's also firing on the areas which have a lot of civilians. Many civilians have died, especially women and children, preventing births, and also forcibly transferring the children out of the group. So these are the 5 crimes under the Genocide Convention. The next is about ASEAN. So we had the ASEAN meeting recently. The 21st ASEAN summit was held in Vientiane, that's the Laos capital, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi had attended the ASEAN summit. Along with it, we had the East Asia summit as well. Now, ASEAN is a grouping, it is an intergovernmental grouping of social, economic and political cooperation in Southeast Asian region. Very important strategically for India from the neighborhood policy and also the Look East policy as well. India is improving connectivity to this region. It includes Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, Brunei, Darussalam, Vietnam, Laos, Myanmar and Cambodia. The goals are to accelerate economic growth, social progress, cultural development and promote regional peace and stability. And the partnerships are United Nations, SCO, the GCC, Mercosur, CELAC and also the ECO as well. It was established in 1967 in by Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore and Thailand. And the East Asia Summit process began in 2005. The first East Asia Summit was held in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, and since its inception it has 16 participating countries. So why exactly is the East Asia Summit conducted simultaneously with the ASEAN is because ASEAN is a member of the East Asia Summit along with Australia, China, India, Japan, New Zealand and the Republic of Korea as well. The United States and the Russian Federation joined the 6th East Asia Summit in Bali, Indonesia in 2011. And the East Asia Summit refers to the heads of the meeting, or the meeting of the heads of the states of the government of participating countries that is convened annually, and its objectives and principles are included in the documents like the Kuala Lumpur Declaration of the East Asia Summit, the Hanoi Declaration of the commemoration of the 5th anniversary, 11th Declaration of the Principles of Mutually Beneficial Relations. It has 6 priority areas: environment, energy, education, finance, global health issues, pandemic diseases, natural disaster management and ASEAN connectivity. The next is about fortified rice. So what exactly is fortified rice? Now the FSSAI, or the Food Standards and Safety Authority of India, has defined the fortified rice as that which so it defines the fortified rice as that rice which is enriched with the nutrients such as iron, vitamin B12, etc. Fortification of rice means addition of nutrients to the rice kernels with micronutrients like iron, folic acid, vitamin B12 as per the standards of the FSSAI to regulate rice. Now, the Union Cabinet extended the universal supply of fortified rice to all the government schemes providing free food grains under the National Security Act until 2028, and this is especially to deal with anemia and micronutrient deficiency which is rampant in the country according to the National Family Health Survey and also according to the Food Ministry data as well. It says that every second woman and every third child in the country is anemic and also stunted. Now, according to and this will definitely hinder the growth of achieving nutritional security or ending hunger by 2030. The government needs to act on an urgent basis. Now, according to the National Family Health Survey of 2019-21, very recent data, anemia, the lack of blood remains a widespread issue in India, affecting children, women, and also men across various ages and income levels as well. So it's not only about children and women, but also men health is important. Besides iron deficiency, other vitamin and mineral deficiencies like vitamin B12, folic acid also persist, impacting the overall health and productivity of the population. Fortification is considered to be the suitable method to combat malnutrition. Rice being a staple food in India and consumed by 2/3 of the Indian population, rice is being fortified in India. And the per capita consumption of rice is about 6.8 kg per month. The fortified rice will add supplements of nutrients to the diet of the poor who get food under the National Food Security Program. Various techniques are used for fortification of rice like coating, dusting, extrusion to add the micronutrients to the regular rice. Now, the last mentioned technology of extrusion is from a mixture of using the extruder machine and considered the best technology for India. The rice flour is dried, mixed with micronutrients, and water is added to the mixture, which is then passed on to a screw tender with heating zones. Kernels similar to the shape and the size of the rice are produced as per the Ministry of Consumer Affairs so that they resemble the normal rice as far as possible. And the next most issue is about High Seas Treaty, known as the Agreement on the Conservation for Sustainable Use of Marine Biological Diversity Beyond National Jurisdiction. It is a United Nations treaty to protect the ocean's biodiversity. India has ratified this treaty and it was open to signature on September 20th, 2023. And recently, India has ratified this treaty. So these are the most important points that I wanted to discuss with you for your most important preliminary points. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment at the end of the video. I shall see you in my next most important post. Until then, it's very happy learning.